Okay, so we're going to look at a way of playing Expedition Northwest Passage as a solo game. So the idea is very similar to the multiplayer game in that you're leading an expedition, you're trying to explore the Arctic, find the Northwest Passage, find traces of the Franklin expedition, and so on. You still have 7 crew, you still have your sled, your ship. There are no other players. There are no points for coming back to Greenland, but you still lose points if you don't have your entire crew or your ship. The points for reaching the Northwest Passage depends on which year you reach it in. So if you reach it in the first year, you'll get 10 points. If you reach it in the second year, you'll get 3 points. If you don't reach it at all, you don't get any points. Excuse me. So the few differences between the regular multiplayer game and the solo game are the following. So during the solo game, at any point, you can play the leftmost tile in the display at no cost in terms of crewmen. So, for instance, I'll get started on the game here. So I'll spend my 1 crew to move my ship over to this tile here, and then I can, without spending any crew, place this tile on the board. So the same rules apply to placement as they usually do. So I need to place it next to the tile that I'm currently on. All the parts need to match up with the parts on the adjacent tiles, and so on. But I get to take it for free and then place it for free, like so. I completed an island here. It's got 3 parts, which means that I get a point. I don't need to take the token because I'm not going to score any points at the end for majorities. And since I'm the only one playing, I would get the majority anyways. I also don't get any points at the end for having a complete set of each of the 5 different types of tokens. So I can save myself a step and not take the token, but I'll score the points anyway. So the only points that I'm going to be able to score during the game are the points for picking up tokens and the points for reaching the Northwest Passage. So once I've played this tile here for free, I can shift the other ones down and then draw a new tile for the rightmost position there. I can still spend a crew to take a tile from the display, and I can still spend a crew to play a tile, and this obviously applies for the small tiles as well. But just like the small tiles will sometimes get put in automatically for free, in the solo game I can take this leftmost tile here and place it for free as long as it's a legal placement. So for instance, I can now place this one here and then shift these down. And I can keep going like that as much as I want. Now, obviously here I can't anymore because there's no more space available around where I'm located. The other main important difference between the solo game and the multiplayer game is that if I leave a tile that has a token on it, that token is going to get removed and taken out of the game. So if I'm not picking up the token while I'm on the tile and I want to pick it up, say on my way back, well, I don't have the opportunity to do that. So either I'm taking it now or I'm not taking it at all. The final difference is that in addition to losing points for crew and losing points for the ship, there's one more way that I can lose points, and that is at the end, when I reach Greenland, or if I don't make it back, no matter, when the game ends, each square on the board that has no tile on it is going to cost me 1 point. So what I'm aiming for is a positive score, obviously, but what I'm aiming for is sort of the best performance, or the highest score that I can get. And obviously that can be compared with excuse me, that can be compared with other games that I play, and it can be compared with games that other people play, which I can share on the internet or in person if I know anyone else who plays the game solo. So I'll take you through a game because it doesn't take all that long. So I still have 6 crew here, and I'm gonna spend a crew and move forward one. I found that it's important to spend the crew and then to do the action, because my short-term memory is not very good, and sometimes I will do the action and then not remember if I've paid for it or not. So this way, I pay the cost to take the action. That works for me. Obviously, you can do it in any way that you're interested in. So I'll place this here for free, put a straight token on it, move these down, put another one in. Now my best chance for scoring points is obviously in the zone that's got a multiplier of 3 here. And what would be best to pick up over there are these Cairn and Inuit tokens. So I may spend a crew to take them now so that they're still available, and so that I don't have them block off this part here. Or maybe I'll just wait until they're in that spot and see what I can do then. So I can place this one for free if I flip it over, spin it around, do this, and then that will fill in for free. These will move out. So I've completed another landmass here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. That gets me the maximum of 4 points. Bloop. The sound effects for getting points, they're not necessary, but I'm thinking maybe an app where every time you score, you have like a little Super Mario Brothers 1-up sign, doo-doo-ding, or something. That would be good. Someone wants to program that, I would love it. So I'm going to keep moving. And that token's in zone 1, so you know what? I'm just going to ignore it. And see if I can place this like so. Move these over. So now I've got my Cairn token there that I can probably place in zone 2, so that's okay. So fortunately that's sort of going to box me in terms of the ocean, so maybe I'll just wait till I'm further down. So let's move one more. Alright, I'm going to put this down here, move these over. Now, I exited these ones, and I forgot to do what I said earlier, but I'm going to take the tokens off, so I missed my opportunity to take them, which isn't too sad, since they weren't going to give me too many points. Got to replace the tile over here. I'm going to move up 1, and I'm going to spend 2 crewmen to take this tile and score 4 points. I'm at now 9. Sun moves up. Crew moves up. And so I'm going to place this one for free. Move these over. Here's Mr. Inuit. So I'm going to move down and go say hi. Spend 2, pick him up. And score another 4 points. So obviously the key to the solo game is placing these free tiles as best you can, because you want to try to fill up the entire board if at all possible. Typically in the games that I've played so far, my loss in terms of points for unfilled spaces has hovered around 12 to 15. So I'm hoping today to do a bit better than that. So, see, I'd love to be able to play something now here, but it doesn't seem all that likely. And from where I'm standing, that one can't be placed. Alright, so I'll keep moving. Go here. So now I can place this. Create a cheap little island here for a point. Move these down. Put this on. So the music here is Koya Niskatsi by Phil Glass, which is an excellent album I highly recommend you pick up. I will just put it down a bit though. I have it from good authority that this is exactly what Franklin and his men were listening to. Alright, I think I'm going to leave that straight token there. Keep moving. I'm going to go for that 10 points for the finding the passage on the first deer. Still have 2 crew. I'm gonna put this down here. This over here, complete another island for a point. Excuse me. Now I'm getting a lot of these tiles that are almost all land. I think I can probably afford to put them up here. And free up some other ones so that I can actually reach that passage. And I can't place anything more from where I'm standing, so I'm going to move up because I've got some time. And I'm going to put this over here. Put a token down, move these over. So none of these are looking like a good fit for over here. Not even that one. What about this? Yeah, actually that one will. So I'm gonna spend my last crew for this round to pick this tile up. And when you draw a tile, normally you don't shift them over, you just replace it from the bag as you normally would. So that's all my crew for this round. This moves over. My crew move up. And I'm going to spend some time picking this thing up. Hello, Mr. Inuit friend. So he gives me 6 points. 21. This tile over here would fit in perfectly there. And so while I'm here, I'm going to take it. And I'm going to play it like so. Put another token down. So this is going to be a massive piece of land, which I may not be able to close, but it's going to look nice. So I'm going to move down for one crew. I'm going to move over for another crew. And that free tile over there isn't very good for where I'm standing. So I will play this tile here. Oops, should pay first. Then play that. Put this on it. And that's again all my crew. This sun moves down. These crew move up. Now I want to get this Cairn token because that's a good 6 points. And I'm going to move over. And if I wait to pick up this thing, I'm not going to have enough crew to move out again before I'm frozen in, and then I'll be frozen in for 2 rounds rather. And that's not ideal. So I think I can play this for free, can I? No, I cannot. Bad call. Alright. How about none of those can help. So I would need to move in, out, and down, and that's 4, and I do have 4. But I would really like to be able to close this up, so what can I do? Alright, well, I'll move in, for sure, take those 10 points, and I can take these right away because it looks more impressive that way. So I'm at 37. Good for me. Okay, so the odds are good that if I use the action that allows me to clear all 4 of these and pick one up, I'll be able to get something on here. On the other hand, I wouldn't be able to move into it. Or would I?